Okay, I have just gotten Pearl ready for the fashion show. So this is Pearl. In case you missed my last video, go back and look at the last video. We have named this vintage dress model mannequin Pearl. And I had to really fish around for some pearls down there. I used to have all these pearls from my mother that were just costume jewelry. Couldn't find them, but I found my Tiffany pearls. So we're dressing her up today. What we're gonna do is, first of all, take a look at the clip of where I unveiled the box, because I wanted to see what was in the box, but I didn't want to wait to prepare for a video so that we could see together what was in it. So here's the clip, and then we're going to do a quick fashion show. Okay, I just opened this box. This is the last box that I haven't opened, and I thought it was only yarn, but I see some other things down here, so we're going to go through this. And here I find the belt that I mentioned with the 2 buckles. Good deal. And here, oh, here's, I think, one of my scarves. Yes. Oh no, here's the purse. Oh, here's the little purse I made. It's so precious, look. It has a pretty button. Look at that, how perfect that looks with that. Okay. And the purse is empty. It could use a little structure, you know, it's very floppy, but it's just the sweetest, softest thing ever. Very first thing, this was in the 1970s. And still just looks fabulous. Oh, and look, another scarf. Oh, and this was one of the scarves that had, oh, you know, I don't even know if I had a picture of this. This one goes like this. So I worked in this hole, and then you put it around your neck, and then you just pull it through. It's very soft. This my mother made. Goodness, I don't know how this stuff wound up in this, but my mother needle pointed that. It's just kind of a thing that you hang. These are vintage pot holders. You can't believe this. These are crocheted vintage pot holders, right? With the little thing, you hang it up. But they're actually little drawers. You know, they're made like breeches, like underwear, you know? I just got them because they were so unique. I actually think that I know who made these. Here's another pot holder. Just a little bit of everything in here. Another pot holder. And one of my missing scarves. You saw the picture of this. Oh, and another scarf that you saw the picture of. Oh yes, these are the dressy scarves that you throw around, you know, to go out to dinner, to whatever you do in the city, you know. Certainly don't do that in the country. Well, at least some of the mystery has been solved. Here is yet another scarf. So now we have discovered at least 3 of the missing scarves. This one's really long and so soft. So incredibly soft. This is, oh my goodness. I cannot believe how many times I've looked for these. These are the culottes I made. out of wool gabardine in let's just say 1982. So over 45 years ago. They look brand new. I'm sure that's a 26-inch waist, which, you know, I grew out of a long time ago. But wool gabardine is just about the best fabric ever to sew on. It's so crisp, and it irons, it presses so nicely. Here we go. The belt was for the vest. I may have to put these on and model them in the video. I just wanted to quickly shoot this because I wanted to look in here and see if I could find some yarn. This is quite wrinkled, but this is a long vest that I knitted with a belt. And in fact, it would look great with those culottes. I just need to lose 25 pounds. And this is another knitted item that was missing. I have no idea why these are in bags in this box. This is a super long scarf, incredibly soft. And I'm going to throw these on the mannequin. This looks like it has been vacuum sealed. Okay. Oh, this is that beautiful white scarf I made. Oh, it's going to be so happy to to stretch out. It's been vacuum sealed in that Ziploc bag. That just feels like velvet. It is so soft. Beautiful scarf. Okay, we have located, what, 5 scarves now? Number 6. Oh. Yes, I wish I could have been set up to film the video today. I had a feeling when here's that purse. Remember that other little purse I mentioned? It's a little coin bag, a little, you know, you can put your lipstick and your compact in here with your ID and maybe your cell phone, although that would make it kind of heavy, but it's so wonderful. Oh, I'd give anything for some more of this yarn. It's exactly what I need today, this yarn. Wow. Oh my goodness, another white vacuum sealed scarf. Hard to believe. This has different yarn than the last one. It's not quite as soft, but it is the one of the ones I pointed out that was missing. That's the end of the box, and what a surprise to find that I have all those things. Okay, now I have not reviewed that clip, so I don't remember the order, but I kind of remember the order in which I made these things. Let's see if we can move Pearl over a tiny bit. There we go. Now, this is the shawl I just couldn't believe that I had lost. I made this shawl about 50 years ago, maybe 45 to 50 years ago, and it is in perfect, pristine condition, which is just astounding since I've lived in a lot of different places. And I followed some pattern that I found back in the day, and this is the shawl. It's slightly wrinkled, but aren't we all after 40 years? Okay. But there's no holes or mistakes or anything. And I don't remember, and I'm not sure what this is made of. It may just be acrylic, because, you know, when you're starting off, that's usually what you use. And this was crochet. I believe I mentioned that. So you crochet these individual squares and then you put them all together into a right angle. and then you crochet this triangle, and then you fringe it. The culottes were something that I really did not want to lose. And Pearl, you slide back a little. And these are the culottes. This is wool gabardine. And other than just being wrinkled, they look brand new. I probably didn't wear them over 4 or 5 times. You know, they have pockets. But the waist, every waist that I made, actually I think this waist was, I put some extra space in the waistband. It's always a good idea when you're making a skirt to put an extra, and then you can put another hook there so that if you have a big meal, you got to dinner, you have a big meal, you can kind of slip it. But I didn't do that here, but I've got space for it. But that's probably a 26-inch waist. That's pretty much what I had back in the day. 25, 26. But I was just so glad to find these because, you know, I try so hard to keep track of things, and then when I can't find them, it's like, whoa, that's an old friend. I don't want to lose my old friend. And here is, I think, the second scarf that I made after I showed you the first scarf. This is the second scarf I made after I started knitting again. So this was just a larger needle. And I think what you do is, to make this longer loop, you just go around the needle twice. You don't use a huge needle like that because you've got to have a row in here, but you've got to have a row here to hold it all together. So this row, if you wrap it twice around the needle, you'll have, when you release it, it'll be longer. And that's why something like this goes very fast. If you get the hang of, you got to get that needle underneath 4 pieces of yarn. 4? Let's see. No, it would only be 2. I thought this is a multicolored ribbon type yarn, and it just goes so fast. Here's another one that was missing. It's just another soft, yummy, soft summer scarf. These are for summer. You know, something like that, right? And then I have another one that I don't know why I made it so long. I think this is about 14 feet long with fringe. So we can wrap it around a few times. It's still not that wide. And a big needle, so it really stretches. Fuzzy yarn. So this would be a winter scarf that you could go around numerous times. You can also do something like this when you're wearing it. It was a big needle and a stretchy yarn. Yarn isn't stretchy, but the weave is stretchy. And because of that, it winds up being longer after you wear it a few times. But what you can do is, just start with 2, and then you can do something like that. Just have a big thing at the neck there. Isn't that cute? Okay, and here's another white one that was in there. I think I made 2 or 3 of these. Here's another one. These were literally vacuum sealed. I could have used a vacuum saver. I obviously sucked the air out of them to make room. This is kind of pretty, just long, like that. It's just fun to have this fuzzy yarn because it makes you feel like you're wearing a fur, Hey, behave, Tiffany. This one I was really wondering about. There's actually at least one more box of things that I can't put my hands on, can't figure it out. This is almost like And this is something you wear out to dinner, dressy. Well, I mean, it can dress up a black t-shirt. You can see that right there, you know, right? It's got a little metallic in the yarn. Here's one of those purses. You've already seen it. It's just a little string bag. This is going to be wrinkled, but these are all knit. The only thing that's crocheted is the very first one. That's what I started with, crochet. And this would be a great one for a pin or hooks. It kind of just waves on the way down. Okay, I found the belt, but I'm not really sure how I wore that. So I'm just going to tie it around so you can kind of see. It was the kind of thing you wear lower. It's kind of cool. And just one more scarf. This is a great way to, if you don't have enough yarn to make a long scarf, because it's going to take you 3 or 4 balls to make a longer scarf. You can make a shorter scarf that's wider in a finer yarn, still with kind of a large needle, so that it has a lacy appearance. And if it's fuzzy like that, it will look dressy. And then you can just allow for a hole, and you put one end through the other, and it'll just hold it like that. Okay, this is my one of 2 needlepoint bell pulls that I kept from my mother. She made several, but these 2 I have, and she gave me this one a long time ago. But you know, when you fold it up to move, it gets kind of, it has a strong backing in there so that it stays nice and straight. But you know, this is what I use, you know, on my first floor. I just pull that when I want, you know, the housekeeper or the butler to come down and stoke my fire, you know, bell pull. Okay.